Guys, today I want to show you this nice looking UTG AR-15 magazine, so stay tuned. Alright, I was shopping for some more magazines for my AR-15 and I came across this one, UTG. I didn't even know UTG make AR-15 magazines. I have a couple of their products and I really enjoy it, I really like it, but I didn't know anything about this magazine and I couldn't find anything about this magazine as well. There is really no reviews about it, there is no videos about how it is. And I decided to grab one while I was shopping on Cheaper Than Dirt for only $9. I mean, it's pretty cheap for a magazine like this, especially with the window. I have a Magpul right here. We're gonna compare them together, see what's the difference. Obviously, you know how much this costs, way more than this for $9. So I picked it up just, you know, to see how it is, to test it out, to actually make a video about it. I'm gonna do drop tests, so continue watching this video. We're gonna feed all the rounds. I'm gonna take this magazine to the shooting range, see how it performs. I'm pretty sure it will work just fine. And if I like it, I will definitely look into buying more of these magazines. Okay, so what features this magazine have? Pretty much same thing as this Magpul right here, for almost twice as much. By the way, this is a Gen 3. So it does have this really nice grip. It does have a window just like the Magpul, and there I don't know, I would call it enhanced floor plate. I mean, you can see how much thicker this floor plate. And the follower, okay, the follower is also anti-tilt follower, just like a Magpul with the self-loop plastic. This is a polymer magazine, just like the Magpul you just saw a second ago. So let me go ahead and open it right quick. Okay, it does feel much lighter. I'm gonna go ahead and wait right quick, but it does feel a little bit lighter than the Magpul. Okay. I do like how it feels in the hand compared with the Magpul. It's slightly slippery, but I mean, guys, of course, I mean, your hands will not going to be covered in oil while you're grabbing your AR and recharging, changing the magazine. But I really do like this kind of grip. Now, let me see how the follower goes in. Goes really good. Okay. Now let me show you the one problem that I'm experiencing with this particular magazine that I absolutely hated, and I will never buy these magazines again, and is how thin this magazine is. The rounds just constantly coming out. If you fill this magazine all the way, rounds will be constantly coming out just because the lips right here, they're really soft, they're really thin. And let me just compare it right here. I'm just gonna stick this right here, and we can push on a lips, and right away I can feel this magazine. It's much thicker. It doesn't squeeze as much as this magazine right here. Okay, because this magazine is ridiculous. I mean, look at it. This is not how the magazine's supposed to. So this particular magazine, and actually have like 4 of them, they just do not hold rounds, just because the plastic is really thin on here. Now let me go show you a Magpul right quick. Oh yeah, this is much thicker lips right here. Let me see. Almost a little bit thinner. You know what? It's a little bit softer on this magazine than on this Magpul right here. Yeah, Magpul is definitely harder. Okay, so right from the bat, I noticed this magazine slightly longer. Okay, it's probably this plate, this extended plate, give this look. So overall, the magazine, I would say length of the magazine is the same. It's just this plate. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove this right quick. And we compare this with the Magpul. Okay, Here we go. Okay, so not like Magpul. As you see, Magpul have this little marker so you can see where your rounds moves. This one does not. I mean, it's not really big deal, but what I do like about this UTG magazine, that you can see actually count much easier. It's much easier to see count on this magazine than on your regular Magpul with window. Okay, let me hold this. Let me squeeze this plastic just one more time. I mean, it feels very similar, to be honest. Very similar. So I'm pretty sure the hardness. Okay, I can feel the hardness over here in the bottom is much harder than this right here. I can squeeze this just a bit, but on the Magpul I cannot squeeze that at all with all my force. Okay, I guess that's why you pay $9 for. The UTG is slightly thinner plastic, but I mean, it's okay, it's fine. I mean, it's not as thin as this crap, but should work right away. So let's go ahead and take a look on the followers. So this follower on UTG is slightly longer. Yeah, definitely longer, just a bit, but overall pretty much the same. I do like that it's blue. This is actually my favorite color. Okay. Honestly, I do not know what kind of metal they use here. Probably the same, so I don't think so it will shrink over time if you keep your rounds in it. Now the bottom plate look like this. Definitely a little bit different. Now on the UTG, spring obviously feel a little more stiffer just because this is used magazine, and I did cap rounds in this magazine, but not obviously this is brand new, so it is going to be a little bit stiffer than the Magpul. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put this back together, and I'm just going to go quickly load 30 rounds, see how it holds, and I will show you the difference with this, why I don't like it, and what happens with this one when you fill all the way to 30 rounds. Okay, 30 rounds went in very easy, and you can see indicator, this blue indicator right here. This is the indicator that they use for how many rounds will be left, which is really nice, instead of a Magpul using their orange indicator. Okay, but with this particular magazine, blue, that's basically you see how many rounds left in your magazine, which is really nice. I do like it. It's highly visible blue, my favorite color, and all rounds, like I said, went in very easy with absolutely no problem, and you can definitely feel there is more space in it. Obviously one more will not fit, but they do not fill up all the way, so there is a slightly play in there, which is good. This is what you want. All right, so let me go ahead and fill up this magazine and show you what is the problem. Now before I do this, let me squeeze. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Okay, let me go ahead and put all these rounds in here, and I'll show you what is the difference. Okay, rounds actually going in this one a little bit harder. I didn't even notice that when I was using them before. Much easier with this one and with Magpul, I guess. I mean, because this is a Magpul. And the problem that I was experiencing on the gun range is a couple of my magazines was just laying around, and when I got to it, I have rounds just popping out on their own. Apparently this type of magazines, not only me have the problems, and I actually have like 4 of them, and they're all of them do that. Probably that's why that was cheap for $9, but obviously this is $9 and it's already much better. Okay, so the lips right here are so, I mean, look at this. They're so soft here, so you know, the rounds just simply popping out. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, whereas this one, I mean, I can squeeze as hard as I can, and they're not going anywhere, just because the lips here are way much harder. Not as hard, once again, than a Magpul, probably the same. I mean, it's really hard to tell. I would say the Magpul mag, the plastic on it probably, I don't know, like thousandths of a millimeter thicker than this one. So it's basically the same thing. Right here, I mean, look at this. I mean, this is just ridiculous. How easy those rounds just popping out. So I will definitely not gonna be using this. I'm glad I didn't buy a lot of them. I didn't buy the whole pack of 10 or something like that. All right, so this video getting too long. Let me go ahead and do a drop test. I'm gonna do a drop test with the rounds, without rounds, see how it holds. Yes, I'm gonna probably dent and scratch the heck out of it, but I mean, it is what it is. I basically bought this magazine for test. And see, I'm probably gonna order some more because I really do like it already, because like I said earlier, I really like the nice look of this window. Okay, let's go and do some drop tests, and I'm gonna, you know, take it on range. Okay, our magazine got a little bit scratches, nothing crazy. As you see, it's now fully loaded. Let's go ahead and drop some. One round. Came out, it's okay. I'm just gonna put it back. Again, one round came out. I don't see no cracks or anything like that. Let me go ahead and drop this on lips. Here, 3 rounds came out. But magazine still holds. Also same thing, 3 rounds came out. So obviously you're not going to be dropping this magazine 20 times a day, and really sure nothing going to happen with it. It will not crack on the first drop, what we just did. Now let's take a closer look on the magazine and the damages. Now you need to understand that I did throw this magazine way more times than I show in the video behind the scene. I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed with this magazine. You know that the weight of the bullets, it adds quite a bit. Obviously there is absolutely no damage on the bottom plate. Just scratches, nothing like that. It didn't fall apart, which is a very good thing. And I guess this is made for more like for dampening, so it actually adds on straight to it. Nothing cracked, nothing like that. And like I said earlier, you're not going to be throwing your magazine all day long. So the throw, if it ended up over here on your end plate, you will not see absolutely no damages when your magazine are completely full. Now the fitting lips, it's a whole another story. Unfortunately they did got damage, and you can just look at it and you can see one is cracked, another one just a little bit, just the back. What that happens, actually move the follower just a little bit, so actually the follower got sticking out a little more. It does hold all 30 rounds in it absolutely fine, and I took this particular magazine, the damage magazine, on the range, and I did a full test, and it's actually worked really good. I absolutely impressed with it. It did hold the ammo, not like the other magazine, the one I mentioned names. It was a total crap, waste of money. But even with the fact that those lips are cracked, it did hold the rounds great. I was really impressed. Absolutely no misfire, round go after round, even with the fact that this magazine was cracked on the top. So guys, I'm gonna ordering more of these magazines definitely, and they do offer the warranty. I'm really curious to see if I get in touch with them and if they were able to replace these magazines, since this is supposed to actually go through a drop test like this, but it technically failed. But even with the fact it technically failed, the reliability of this magazine is freaking impressive. It's freaking, and obviously, you know, I said earlier, I really like the design of this magazine. Alright folks, I totally impressed with this company. They sent me a whole another magazine. I actually ended up sending the other one back for only $5 and some change from North Carolina. And about a week later, I got this one as a replacement. It went under the warranty, even with the fact I was testing it and dropping it. Let me go ahead and take it out right quick. Very nice. I absolutely love these magazines. I think so I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a few more, and it did worth it. I mean, because I only pay $5 and some change, like I said, to send it to them, and I got a whole replacement magazine. It did went under the warranty. The rule is that you have to send this to them for inspection and replacement. Guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching. Guys, if you made it through this long, deep review, there's a bonus content for you. Let's go ahead and run this magazine with my Toyota RAV4 a couple of times and see how it holds. Seems to be great. Unless you are riding a tank, I don't think so. A car will damage this type of magazine.